Delivery lead is kind of an interesting mix of things. I consider it part project management, part product management. There's a little bit of like Scrum Master in there. So it's a little bit of an odd title, mostly because it encompasses a lot of things. At the start of a software project, there are a lot of things to consider, which I think can be overwhelming for a lot of folks. I often think of it in a couple different buckets. So you might have, for example, there's some product things you might want to consider. There's some business side of things you need to consider. Of course, software is for users, so that's a huge aspect of it to keep in mind. And then there's also like more of the nitty-gritty like project side of things. So the output of a research, design, and planning phase, or whatever you want to call it, kind of that squishy start of a project, is going to vary a little bit depending on the project. But at the end of it, my goal would be to make sure that we understand, like, okay, what are we building? Why are we building it? Who are we building it for? And then also have a rough plan. So that rough plan might look like some low fidelity wireframes that at least encompass like the core happy path workflow that can set us up to start fleshing out a development backlog. Folks are usually so excited to kick their project off that they want to start on development right away, like they want a giant development team. That's not the best way often to start things. There's a lot to uncover before we jump into development. So, we need to understand who our users are and what we're building, why we're building it. It takes time to figure that out. We need to do research. There's design iterations. There's a lot of collaboration that needs to happen up front. And then we can slowly start weaving the dev team in. So yeah, my one takeaway would be try to take a beat to do some of the pre-work before you jump into development. It's in the long run going to save you a lot of money.